Hi folks, going to change gears back a little bit this morning. We just came out of a long series. I hope you enjoyed that one. Inside the Ranger Creed, part of one of the stanzas says, I will shoulder more than my share of the task, whatever it may be, 100% and then some. And I want to talk about that and then some today, because one of the things about mental tough warriors and good leaders is they're always looking around for more to carry than just their load. They are known for carrying their load and somebody else's. And I think sometimes we forget that 100% and then some, or we misinterpret it. I was on a jump once in the middle of December. It was supposed to be an easy jump. It was a night jump with the Ranger Battalion. We were just kind of getting things done and closing out before Christmas. And it turns out everything was normal until I got out of the aircraft. And I realized I had a problem with my parachute, but I could not identify it because it was dark and we were combat loaded. And the problem was I had a malfunction, but I could not identify the malfunction. And although I still had a parachute over my head, at least part of one, I didn't really have the full one. It was dumping air, and I was going down really fast. But because I couldn't identify it, I didn't pull my reserve. You don't do that in the Ranger Battalion unless you really can identify the malfunction. And I pounded in like a sack of bricks. I remember laying there thinking, I am not going to make it back to the assembly area. And I lay there, my feet could move, my arms could move, but I was crawling trying to pick up my gear because I was hurting so bad I'd messed up my back. And I didn't know how I was going to get to the assembly area. I was hoping I could get some help. And around that time in the dark, as I'm looking around, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, I saw in the dark my platoon sergeant running by. And remember, I told you I want to know my soldiers by how they walk even in the dark. And I recognized him. I called out to him and said, I need some help. He came, and he already had all his gear, his parachute gear, and his stuff on him. And he came, and he saw that I was hurt. So then he picked up my parachute gear and threw it on top of him. Then he picked up my rucksack and strapped it onto the back of me. Then he put my shoulder on top of my hands on top of his shoulder. And so he carried my gear and me all the way into the assembly area. That's the 100% and then some. Everyone around you every now and then is going to need to be carried off the drop zone. We need to be carried off the objective, and your job is to carry your load and be ready to carry somebody else's. It's time to pick up your rucksack, and then once you got your rucksack loaded and you're carrying all your stuff, this week I want to challenge you, find somebody else's gear, pick up their rucksack and carry it for them, because one day you may need them. Have a great week, Mountain Toughers. We'll see you soon.